magic hours when the play belongs to the author, the director, the actress brings it alive. They may never come again.
Not even when you open a new one?
Oh no, never then. That's just the marketplace, the fishwife walking her wares. No, Miss Lowe, the magic only happens out of town. Those 3 hours before the curtain rises for the first time. I'm sorry you couldn't come to dress rehearsal last night.
Miss Livingston said you didn't allow anybody to be here.
That's what I mean, I'm sorry. Velasco taught me never to break a rule, no matter how silly. You'll be there tonight, of course.
I bought a ticket. You see what good that does me.
Oh, sit well back. This is a shattering and beautiful play, Miss Lowe. A play of majesty and nobility. Why, I had to move back to the last row last night. I cried when I read it. I cried when I directed it. And last night, well, cats could hear me sobbing. I had to move back.
I'm sitting in the balcony.
The balcony. Oh, I saw them all from the balcony this low. All the great ones. A little boy in St. Louis sat in the balcony every Saturday afternoon. His chin pressed hard against the rail and cried. He didn't know it then, that little boy, that one day he would direct Miss Irene Livingston. Walk across the Commons in Boston on a December afternoon and see his name come up in lights over the theater. Look around you in the balcony tonight, Miss Lowe. Perhaps you'll see another little boy. His chin pressed hard against the rail. His heart beating and his blood pounding with that first magic. That sign's not lit yet, God damn it. Well, they're not going to stay current while we're here. I put in a call to my wife and told him I'd be here. Hello? Yes, this is he. Put the call through. Hello? Hello, Margaret, darling. How are you? Oh, just wonderful, dear. Noble and wonderful. I could cry. No, lying in her too, and then I let them go. I wanted Irene fresh for this evening. Yeah, she's having a massage. What? No, I haven't walked across the Commons yet. It's freezing, and besides, they haven't lit that damn sign yet. I was just going to call the theater. Oh, Margaret, darling, you're much too kind. Can you feel the magic there, too? Of course you can. Darling, do me a favor. Get out the old scrapbooks and... No, mine, not yours. And read those old first St. Louis notices. Oh, it would please me to know you're doing that. That foolish fellow is part of tonight, isn't he? Oh, Margaret, darling, thank you. Tremble a little for us, darling, and call me here in Irene's room about 1. Oh, thank you, darling. Goodbye. Miss Lowe, would you do me a favor?
Certainly, Mr. Fitzgerald.
Would you phone the theater? Tell me to light that sign. It's very bad luck, you know. And, tell Irene I'll stop by later. I have a talisman for her to wear tonight. Magic time. Feel it, Miss Lowe?
Not exactly. It's so quite new to me.
Oh, you will. Why, suddenly, you'll want to cry too.
Museum Theater, please, operator? Thanks. Never mind, operator. That's all right. Come in. Hiya, honey. I thought maybe Cindy was up here. I called the room in the barber shop, but no guy. So I thought maybe he was up here. Where is everybody anyway? Dead or something? Miss Livingston's having a massage. Oh boy, I sure just didn't have my behind handed right now. I'm finished. Finished shopping? Oh, you said it, honey. If Cindy could drop $300,000 into a play, I could shop. And when I shop, I could get a look at that. I sure didn't have it when I left here today. And I bought myself a little Latina box jacket. Open tonight, that'll knock your eyes out. Cindy will drop dead. So what? He buys red wines and neutrals. I buy things to hang on myself, not the walls. By the way, where's Stella? We have a game to finish. Not about an hour ago. You know, honey, that's Stella. That old bag, she plays some gutsy game again. Hey, you get it, but she don't even hold the cards right. And then cockboat, she slips it to you. Well, listen, tell Stella when she gets back, I'm parking this junk downstairs, and maybe we'll get in a fast game before dinner. Hiya, kid. How's the mob treating you, huh, Happy Joe? I'll tell her, Mrs. Bottom. By the way, honey, did you get in to see the dress rehearsal last night? I wasn't allowed in, Mrs. Bottom. Me either. Some big deal. A guy dropped $300,000, and his own wife ain't even allowed in the theater to see it. It's gonna melt or something. Well, tonight they gotta really let before people in to see it. It's gonna be a beauty. I sat there watching my husband sitting, drinking it in and lapping it up and coughing, giving out with, I could cry. And I said to myself, I think I'm nuts. Well, don't get me wrong, love, Miss Blow. He's a great guy, and I just don't want to see him get hurt tonight because he's really running along with Derby. Well, tell Stella I'll see you later. You know, you hope and know if that curtain goes up, and the only one that cries is Mr. Fitzgerald. Come in. Come in.
Am I too early? Miss Livingston asked me to come in from the doctor about 5:30.
Oh, she's having a massage. Sure she'll be out in a few moments. Sit down. My name's Nemo.
How do you do? I'm old.
How do you do? Well, I'm afraid I'm an old admirer of your place, Mr. Turner.
Why, thank you.
I didn't play it 2 or 3, but
Did you? I don't seem to recall.
in college, I'm not an actress. I'm not an talent, literary invention, a ghostwriter. Miss Livingston's autobiography.
Ah, yes, I saw it announced in the fall.
Spring publication now with luck. Her handwriting gets no worse, and I can keep the more libelous portions out. By the way, I haven't come to you yet, Mr. Turner.
I doubt if she'll include me this fall.
You did 2 plays together, didn't you?
Yes, we did, but the author's always the least colorful figure in our reading. Is there a title yet?
Yes. As of 10 minutes of 6. This is today's title. We change it every day.
With a bow to the moon, a suggestion from Mr. Fitzgerald.
How did you know?
Scott, he directed us to play the part.
He's quite an emotional man, isn't he?
Indeed, he drives a car back.
Is a new play of yours opening up here, Mr. Turner? Forgive my not knowing. I haven't given coins to the thing for this week.
No, I have no new play this year. Thank God.
Oh?
Are you new to all this, Miss Wall?
Yes, the literary world is my bailiwick.
I'm afraid you wouldn't understand that. It's almost like explaining music to someone who's born deaf.
That's all?
I don't mean to seem quite so patronizing. It's just there are certain refinements
believe it goes on until about 8:30 tonight. Kind of like a Jewish holiday.
All the fast feeds like a horse, no matter what happens. By the way, is Miss Livingston's mother up here with us?
Stella, yes indeed.
Good. The breath of foul air in the middle of magic time. Who else is here? I'd enjoy knowing the full cast if you don't mind.
Sidney Black and his wife Frances, of course. Miss Livingston's husband arrives in time for dinner. And Mr. Fitzgerald, of course. That's the cast complete.
No, it isn't.
Isn't it?
No. As usual, at magic time, someone is always left out. And I hardly think it's pure accident that it's always the same one.
For goodness sake, who thought of that?
Just the author was playing slow. A quite natural omission under the circumstances, I assure you.
God. Magic time isn't catching, is it, Mr. Brown?
No. What's he like? Quite young, I understand.
Yes, extremely nice. Rather shy, not very talkative, but we want to push you around. Can I get you a drink while you're waiting, Mr.
No, thanks. I wouldn't spoil Irene's entrance for anything. I shan't be needing one for a bit anyway. That is unmistakably Stella.
Tell her it's something give them a good laugh and they like it better. I haven't took the bellboy in 20 years this fall. Owen? Is that Owen Turner?
As ever was, Stella.
Why, Owen
How
Turner.
are you?
I was thinking about you just 15 minutes ago. Don't tell me I'm not talking. Not 15 minutes ago. I walked into the ladies' room downstairs and your name was on the tip of my tongue. What do you think of that?
The connection escapes me for the moment, Stella.
My slip showed, so I went into the ladies' room to fix it. And while the matron was sewing the strap, I said to myself, my God, I wish I were opening a show by Owen Turner tonight. Did you know he wrote two wonderful plays for R&B? Yes, I did. Haven't got a new one up your sleeve, or have you, Owen?
No, Stella.
I'm going to need one by 11 o'clock tonight, if you ask me. And I'll tell you something else. Who put the cover over Orson? I'm afraid I did. I was trying to work. Well, that settles it. Once before somebody put the cover over Orson on the day of an opening, and we closed out of town in a week. I'm very sorry. Doesn't matter. Nothing can hurt this one. Just the curtain going up is enough.
Now, Stella, you always say that. You always kiss on for the day of the opening. Besides, you haven't seen it yet, which somewhat weakens your point.
Like hell I haven't seen. I saw it till 12:30 last night. Then I came home, cut down my Christmas list, and Irene's contribution to the Actors Fund.
Well, Mr. Fitzgerald let you in. What form of blackmail did you use, Stella? I'm interested.
Listen, I wouldn't ask Carl to let me into a paper bag. I got in myself, and I saw the whole thing, including that son of a bitch saw me. Now, don't you breathe one word of this. I end up something after no Irene saying I was going to Brooklyn today to visit an old friend. Instead, I went to the theater and I got in with the cleaning. I gave one of them $5 to give me the clothes. Then I sat up in the balcony with the mop and the pail and a rag on my back. Saw the whole dress rehearsal. I damn near starved.
Well, you were hardly able to enjoy the play, Stella.
I wasn't now. So take your friend's advice and see this show and stuff. You know what it's about, don't you?
No, I don't, and please don't tell me. Does Irene know you?
I should say not. Nobody does. Why, you wouldn't believe it, carrying on. Do you know when I went to the theater to pick her up for dress rehearsal, I damn near crossed myself. Everyone tiptoeing around and speaking in whispers. It was like going into a cathedral. Then Ireland takes my hand and says, "May be that after this beautiful play, I shall never act again." Then everyone lowered their heads as though they were praying. Well, it may be that I'm crazy, but it may also be that this is the biggest bunch of crap ever put on any stage. How about a drink?
No, thank you, Stella.
I'm never going to see this place sober again. myself and telling Mr. Turner how wonderful everyone says your play is. That is, the ones that have seen it, like the actors and Mr. Fitzgerald. This is the young man that did it.
How do you do?
Hello. Peter Thompson.
Well, excuse me. You know me and names. I'm sure they'll all know your name tomorrow. Never heard such wonderful things about a play. Seems a pity. Everyone enjoyed the business. Well, I guess I'll take my good luck drinking side and get dressed if you don't mind. I could wish just as hard on there.
Is this your first play, Mr. Sloan?
Yes.
Well, thanks. Quite an occasion.
Thank you.
The play is opening tonight. You're sure of it?
Yes, of course. What?
Well, as an old practitioner myself, you seem to me extraordinarily calm.
No, I've got enough that stomach. I've been sick for the past 2 days.
I thought I hadn't seen you around. What are you doing for it?
Acting surprised, mostly. When I was driving a truck, everything was fine. You figure it out. I used to drive the night run between Omaha and Chicago. And I would eat every 2-bit hash joint along the route. My stomach was fine. Now I'm like a Korean stage now.
Good. Always glad to welcome a new member to the drama skill. That's an interesting leap, Mr. Sloan, from the truck to the typewriter. How did you manage it?
I don't know. Really, the only way I could afford it right. It was a 2-day drive to Chicago, and then I had 2 days off. I slept one whole day, and then I had all the next day to do the work.
That's certainly getting into our union the hard way.
Not as tough as it sounds. I wound up soda jerking a dishwasher before I finished the damn play. Choking with me.
Well, I shall certainly avoid all those Sunday stories about you at this show, Mrs. Sloan. You're much of a colorful figure. But I'm worried now and never to see that play tonight.
Thanks. As far as I'm concerned, it's all velvet right now. I never expected to see that play in front of an audience. Not in a million years. Why not? I wrote it to get a lot of things off my chest. Kind of a personal crusade. I never thought anybody would do it. And I didn't give a damn. I wanted it on paper. Big kick for me, no matter what happens tonight, is humanity.
What people?
All of them. Miss Livingston, Sidney Black, Mr. Fitzgerald. I've been banging around since I was a kid of 12. It's nice once in a while to meet up with a bunch of people doing something with their hearts instead of their heads in their pockets. That's a damn nice thing to say.
Indeed. So I'm not sure I understand it. Indeed.
I mean, here they are, all of them, working like horses, pouring out money, staking their reputation, pushing aside all thoughts of personal gain and self-interest. Why? Why? They like to play it. That's not the whole answer. Irene is playing a woman of 70 and doesn't speak a line for the whole first act. Mr. Fitzgerald postponed his wife's play and paid off the guest to get this on record. Sidney Black playing down $300,000. That's more than just believing or liking the play for my money. It's deeper than that. These people are good at heart. They have the wonderful courage of dreamers and fools, and there isn't much of that around. Enough said comment, Mr. Buffalo.
Not for a minute, Mr. Sloan. Not for a minute. How I shall contain myself at late 30 tonight, I don't know.
Well, weather's clear, traffic's fast, flag is up. Where is our lovely young lady? I found this important silver baptismal cup, and I'd like to place it in her hands. Where is she, Miss Lowe?
She's having a son, Mr. Bond.
Ah, good. The heavy honeydew slumber before it all. Well, Peter, this is it. Tonight's the night. Oh, and nobody told me you were here in Boston. This begins to look like Francis might call a very stylish affair. Good to see you. Say, did I interrupt you two guys from making the words? Go right ahead. I'm just a crepe paper moon over the Taj Mahal waiting for Scheherazade to start the entertainment. But I always listen when Toscanini gives it down.
I'm afraid you've come in on Dean's salary today. We're all finished now. But you're Mr. Sloan here. They practically can't pay for the curfew last time.
Oh, is that right? You mean not had it? Tolstoy has been talking? Why, that's like picking diamonds out of the herring at Lindy's. What did I miss, Pete?
Nothing.
See, I'm lucky to get a two-syllable word. Now, here's a guy that takes a yellow sheet of paper, makes it seem like a first folio, and then you talk to him, and he makes the doorman downstairs sound like George Bernard Shaw, drinking vodka instead of vegetable juice. Now, listen. I know that he talks like a playwright. He put a nickel in the slot, out comes playwright talk. This I understand. He's my type of playwright.
That's not what the audience cares about, Sidney.
Oh, it's just a little private joke. I remember when I first went to meet Peter, after I read the play. I said to Francis, how do you shake hands with Tchaikovsky's Fifth? How do you say hello to the Salzburg Festival? And then I meet our tongue-tied friend here, and I think I'm talking to Coolidge with a head cold. I finally had to turn to Irene and say, are you sure this is the guy that wrote this thing? Remember, Peter?
Yeah.
See? Right back to the one-syllable words.
Irene sent you the play?
She didn't send me the play. She brought it to me, like Joan of Arc bringing the king his crown and a hot corned beef sandwich. And listen, Owen, both bad bets. Now, you know I don't part very quickly from a buck.
I've heard tell.
When I let go, that eagle not only screams, he flies right back to the mint with a double rupture. Now here I am, all set to invade most of the 48 states again with my regular ice show. Now this is razzmatazz, and I know. It's a sweet and sure annuity, like taking a bath in Fort Knox. I know when I put Frances on skates, and I let the audience see her spangled panties screaming low over the ice, while the orchestra is playing, I wonder who's kissing her now. I know I'm good for a piece. Maybe it's Suzanne. And I'll tell you, I'm not going to be eating rye bread in the country this summer. Why lead with the pig? A cockamamie business where you get one roll of the dice from 7 middle-aged men sitting on the aisle who probably hated Mickey Mouse when they were kids. What happened? I read the play, I write out a check for $300,000, Francis gets to keep her candle on his door. That's what old Silent Sam here did to a smart money man like me. And listen, Owen, to give it some extra corny technical schmaltz, me, the sucker, I love it. I'm not happy. I'm not unhappy. I don't regret $1 of it. Peter, are you happy? You like what we've done with your baby?
Yeah, sure.
Must. That's 2 words. Owen, let me tell you something. Tonight, we're going to stick a Roman candle into the face of show business. And the sparks that are going to light up the theater are going to make it seem like an old-fashioned 4th of July. Now, me, I'm only the guy that pays for the ink on the Declaration of Independence. I just sort of lurk in the light of the rocket's red glare. But I'll tell you, I'm happy to have standing room only. Science Sydney, right? Say, listen, it's over. It's 5:45. Shouldn't we be getting Irene up? It's 5:45.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Bless you, darlings, bless you. Oh, it's a cheer up. Oh, forgive me.
What's the matter?
Forgive me, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
What is it? What's the matter, Irene?
What's happening?
I'm so sorry, so very sorry.
What's the matter, Irene? What is this?
Should we get a doctor?
Here, try and take this back. No, I can't. I'm such a fool. It's so stupid to do this. I can't help it. I can't. Sydney, Peter, forgive me. Promise me you forgive me.
But Irene, what is it? Are you sick or something? Are we going to open tonight? What's the matter?
Sorry to do this.
Maybe we
So
can
very sorry.
Maybe we can help you if you only tell us, Irene.
Pete, I've upset you. I've upset you all.
Who the hell is upsetting us? It's you we're worried about. Now, for God's sake, what's the matter?
Oh, Sydney, no.
What are we going to do? We got to do something.
Sidney, I think you could all just move on stage. I mean, if you could all just clear away for a moment or two. That is, if you could all just be quite quiet. I'm sure she'll be able to tell you.
Sydney, give me your hand. Peter, promise me. humbling. I'm grateful for the privilege of going into my dressing room tonight. Sydney, you still look upset. It was a dream, a silly little nightmare. Don't worry, darling, please.
Not worried. I was having a little dream about your dream, of how I watched you take all the lines from all the other actors, and then I jumped over the footlights and hit you over the head with the Coca-Cola bottle.
Oh, my dear, I believe you'd do it.
I would.
And so would I. I would hurt anybody who ruined Peter's beautiful play. Oh, you've done something to all of us in the play. I think we should toast Peter. It's bad luck if we don't toast the play. A toast for Peter. Hello, kids. Get a load of the war paint. They're going to know there's an opening up here tonight, and I don't mean roses. Well, hello, Owen. Who dug you up? Doug, you look divine. Positively blinding.
Listen, this is an opening, not a coronation, dear. You didn't have to put on everything.
Are you kidding? I got enough left over for complete change during intermission. Snooky, go fix me a drink. I want to toast Shakespeare, too. Nervous tonight, Shakespeare? Hey, looky, just in case you want to show her horse, I can cover you.
My wife invades a store like the Soviets invade. Who occupied her? Then she takes every little bit, dismantles it, and sends it home piece by piece. Listen, Cookie, you're all right. You wear anything you want. You wouldn't believe this, would you? But this is the same dame, gets down on her knees and scrubs floors. She cooks like a Scotier on wheels, but always manages to look like a barrel full of stock.
Oh, come on, honey, don't get overly googly in front of all these people. I'm gonna blush. Why, Mother? My dear, do you think anyone will notice little me on stage at all? With a little luck, no. Get a load of Stella, will ya? Honey, we're gonna walk down that aisle tonight and we're gonna really give him nail lumps. Come on, Peachy, we got a gin game to finish. Don't park it over there.
Anything to oblige.
Mother, think my friends out. You're not going to play that dreadful gin game, are you? Just playing off the last game, dear. I got it on a schneid.
You know, if ever the bomb falls, I can just hear Francis say now, here it comes, gin.
Come in. Oh, bless you, darling. You're just in time. Now we can have our toast.
Irene, before you propose your little toast, I have a presentation I should like to make. It more properly belongs to that moment when they call, places please, but perhaps you should have it now.
Oh, bless you, Carlton, darling.
Yes, I think you should have it now. No, not yet. Inside this box, Irene, some little glass beads, a little peasant necklace. These tiny bits of glass glow with light and immortality. For another great lady too wore them on night and open. So, I give them to you now. Another great lady of the theater. I give you the necklace of Eleonora Dusay.
Oh, no, not Deuce.
Yes, Irene, Dusay's necklace.
Deuce. She touched them. Oh, she wore them. Oh, Carlton, my cup runneth over. I can't open it. My hands are trembling.
Perhaps, on some far-off opening night, another great lady of the theater will wear this talisman. It may not be known as Dusay, but Irene Livingston's necklace.
Oh, Carlton, darling, bless you, I'm going to cry.
So am I, my dear. So am I.
Mother, look. The necklace Tuesday wore on opening night. How long did the show run, dear? Oh, aren't they dreadful? Not an ounce of sentiment. Oh, darling, a toast.
I don't think you can ever know what your play has meant to all of us. It has given us a chance to recapture that wonderful feeling that the theater is more than just make-believe. It's given us a chance to stay with us in all of our hearts. Oh, Peter, I am forever grateful. And I toast your triumph.
Peter, my close-mouthed friend, it looks like you're trapped. I think at least 6 words are indicated.
Oh, yes, a toast for Peter. Author, author.
Didn't I just write it all there?
Oh, no, darling, it's very bad luck. You mustn't break the chain.
Come on, Peter, try it. Listen, it's like olives. They taste better after the first one. Come on, Peter.
Peter's going to...
I used to think that actors were just people who like to put makeup on their faces every night. Producers, directors, and all the rest, they were just a part of this whole absurd foolishness and vanity. I was wrong. There's a debt limit. It's my debt to you, to all of you. You're showing me a new world, a new frontier, to a real democracy in the theater. Thank you for that.
Oh, bravo, Peter, bravo, that was beautiful.
Would you drink the toasty tea for my girl?
Oh, of course.
She isn't here tonight, but she's as much a part of this play as I am. She suffered every line of this play with me for 2 solid years. I don't think I could have ever finished it without her. I know she's looking at the clock right now. To Helen.
To Helen.
Well,
I could cry.
No, Dan. Come in.
Hello, everybody. All ready to open?
Greetings, Tyler.
Tyler, dear, you do always manage to break into things. You all know Tyler Rayburn, don't you? My husband. Tyler, dear, put your bag down and fix yourself a drink. We're in the middle of toasting the play, and it's very bad luck to break the chain, darling. Hurry, hurry.
say, Irene, could a fellow who loves the Chase National Bank like a brother say a few words?
Why, darling, none of this would have been possible without you. We owe you this very moment to your generosity and great heart. Of course you will see.
Well, Irene, I don't know from words like generosity and great heart. Now, for me, generosity is what my relatives expect every Saturday night. And great heart is the name of a very good and famous dog food. Now, when a guy plunks down $300,000 on a show, he doesn't deserve any thanks. He should run, not walk, to the nearest psychiatrist. So unless I'm nutty as a fruitcake, why do I do it? Well, I'll tell you. When I read this play, I forgot about money. I forgot about being a smart operator and all the cute tricks I knew. I only knew I had to see this play get on stage. I had to be part of getting it on stage. So for the first time in my life, Mammy's little baby loves canceled checks. Frozen.
That was lovely, Sidney, lovely. Touching, kind, and warm.
Very, very well said.
I do think toast before opening makes everything so much better, don't you? Takes away the nerves and the jitters and that dreadful feeling in the pit of your stomach. Don't we all feel better now? Oh, my
from my seat and started toward the back of the theater when, all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I spied a shadowy figure in the balcony. Why, I was about to have the rehearsal stopped and the intruder thrown out when I looked again and realized it was a scrub woman. A scrub woman who had stayed behind when all the others had gone, her own work not yet done, and then the play had started, and she had gotten caught up in it. She did not see me, for her eyes were glued to the stage. There she stood, this shapeless, dirty old character, ravaged with time, her greasy hair stringing out of the rag tied around her head. Well, my own eyes were too cloudy to see her clearly, but suddenly I realized that this withered crone, this hapless bag of bones, had discovered beauty. For in her trembling hand she held a muff, and she was tearing at it with emotion. So, it is not to us that I raise this toast, to her, that unknown, unforgettable bit of human wreckage, who found a moment of rapture and a little joy in our play.
Jim! God damn it to hell, Jim! Bless you, darling! Bless you! You shouldn't live so long. Cheer up, Francis. It's only money. Cindy's lucky. You still got your ice skates. Maybe that's where this play belongs. On ice.
It would still stink, fellas. There ain't enough ice in the world for what we saw tonight. $150,000. Do you realize how many times I have to tail my behind around that ice rink? It was $300,000 years. I know. Half was my dough. No kidding. Yeah, I didn't know that. Maybe it's a schmuck.
Well, what do you know?
I always figured
pots. She never does anything without knowing exactly what of the sandwiches. Backwards and forwards. She must have had some reason for doing this.
Maybe she wants to get even with somebody. Didn't Sydney ever do anything to last her up?
Oh, no. Besides, if you want to get even with the producer, you talk him into doing an Ibsen revival.
Well, she liked it. She liked it like Sydney did. But this time he really bought 2 apples and a grapefruit rind. And let me tell you something else, Stella. Your friend Carlton, he's the grapefruit rind if you ask me. I didn't cry. He should have dropped it. I would let him put a girdle on me, much less a play.
I don't know about him, and I don't know about Sydney either. But I do know about Irene, and I tell you, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't.
What the hell is that got to do with
Tell you
it?
the truth, though, I'll be honest with you. It makes much sense as her marrying Tyler. Oh, come on. What has that got to do with this whole thing? Did you ever get a full load of my son-in-law, Francis?
He never opens his mouth around me.
He will. Once or twice a year, he opens his mouth. Like when the slush melts, and I go visit my sister in Florida. Yeah.
But I thought it was something big and Boston. Isn't that why she married him?
Oh, she didn't have to marry Wall Street money, Francis. We stopped away, Frank. I saw that. Why, before she was old enough to read, she knew how to order 2 breakfasts from room service and only paid. Nah, Francis, she didn't marry Tyler for money. Well, don't tell me it was love. No, not unless you can imagine someone falling in love with a tree. What was it? Just what she wanted. She had it all figured out. And I was too dumb to catch on. This time, she married for comfort. And you know something? It worked out fine. Why, now I'm even fond of Tyler. Because you know, none of the husbands can stand for me. It's naturally. I go with the police. But of course, there are times when I have to stop and say to myself, what would I do if I were a horse? What can I do? And I kind of see his viewpoint. Oh, my goodness. Why, hello, Tyler.
Hello, Mother. Went extremely well tonight, didn't it?
Huh?
I said it went extremely well.
What theater were you at?
I went to see Oklahoma. Irene said she didn't want me to come until tomorrow night.
Well, at our theater, we could have used Oklahoma. We could have used lantern slides.
You mean it didn't go well?
No, it did not go very well, Tyler. No use keeping secrets from you. You would find out by tomorrow night when you found yourself all alone in that big theater.
No. You know it doesn't go well that first time, does it?
Never went like this, dear. And I've seen them go all different ways in my time. This was a brand new way, Tyler.
You're always too critical, you people. Now me. I'm just John.
Oh, that's who you are.
You know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Where is everybody, by the way?
Hiding, I guess.
Oh, come. Aren't you being a trifle precipitate, Mrs. Black?
Just a trifle, and I'm going to be a good deal of whatever that word is. But when Mr. Black comes in, I'm going to be real snazzy when Mr. Black comes in.
Oh, you are. Now, just suppose we behave this way down in Wall Street every time a stockbroker do well.
That's bad, huh?
It wouldn't be a stockbroker left. I mean, you see, we have our dreams and disappointments too. I often say it's very much like a theater. For instance, you float a share of Kennedy Cup on the beach. You float it on the board 3 ways from Sunday, and the public won't buy a share. Then, just like the theater. Oh, by the way, Mother, did you order the chicken a la king and the cold cuts from room service? Irene asked me to remind you.
No, Tyler. I did not order room service. Anyone around this place who wants to eat is on his own. I can give you one of JJ's policies.
Well, you sure stuck a candle in a tired face. Show business tonight, Daddy.
I think he stuck it someplace else.
Hello, get me Miss Morrison, the chief night operator. Excuse me while I find out what some of the ordinary citizens think, instead of listening to you shoot it out in wiseacres. Hello, Miss Morrison. Sidney Black. Say, listen, I left 2 complimentary tickets for you at the box office. How did you like the show? You couldn't go. Well, did you send someone else? Your mother and father. Well, how did they like it? Have you talked to them yet? They want to know what it is. Yes,
Does that wind up the plain citizens, Daddy? Would you like to hear what a plain wife thought?
I know what you thought. I know how you always think. That's why you're still on skates.
Oh, yeah? All right, lover. Come on. Put up your bills. You want to fight?
Mrs. Black? Mr. Black?
Can't go introduce Oklahoma, can you?
What the hell has Oklahoma got to do with all this?
Stella, he's mad on my money.
Oh, so Mrs. Big Mouth held a press conference, huh? Listen, Francis, you tried to get in, so don't come crying around now. And stop kneeling me. I got a lot to do, and I don't intend to take this lying down.
Standing up is better. You can see where the stuff that's hitting is coming from.
Listen, my friend, I warn you, stay out of this. Well out of it. I'm in no mood for the underground.
That good luck telegram arrives just about now from Ruby's. Why, hello, dear. We were wondering where you were. I thought maybe you and that little old scrub woman were tearing up a lot together.
How amusing you are, Stella. How amusing it always is to see a noble world on the street.
I could cry.
As a matter of fact, I've been sitting alone in my room for the last half hour in the dark, thinking about the Greeks during their great period.
Oh, smart. Really smart. Just the thing to do at a time like this. Would you say, Stella? Boy, is my money on him. Boy, is my money on him.
That dreadful, stupid audience. This play escaped me completely. This play is completely Greek.
Shake, brother.
It is in the great tradition of Greek drama. And Greek drama in its origin was a ritual performed for religious purpose. Its object was not to entertain spectators.
Well, we were right back there tonight with the Greeks, weren't we?
Actually, the word drama is from the transliteration of the Greek opera, which means a thing done, while theater is from the Greek transliteration theatron, which means a scene place. Why? Even the word audience, meaning those who listen, is derived from a Latin word and therefore represents a later idea of playgoing. It is from these 2 Greek words and 1 Latin word that a most useful hint is given us as to the very first dramatic values.
Thank you, Blossom Sealy.
I'm just a girl who can't
Forgive my asking, Stella, but is there going to be any food? I'm famished.
There is not going to be any food call. In fact, anyone around this show who wants these matches will have to use their own.
Darlings, aren't they fun? Peter bought them for me. There was a man selling them at the stage entrance, and I said, Peter, look, balloons. And he bought them for me. That's good luck, you know. Great good luck. Dial it out.
concentrate on balloons. I realized we had a lot of problems to face, but I didn't think we had a balloon problem. But by all means, let's solve it. Where do you want the balloon?
Darling, I don't care where they're put. It just seems so silly to have Tyler standing there holding them. All right, Sidney, what's wrong?
Well, for one thing, I'll tell you what's wrong.
Come in. Daddy, it isn't time.
Well, where the hell have you been? Where the hell have you been since the end of the second act? Well, come on in, my friend. Sit down and give out with a couple of two-syllable words once in a while. We're in trouble. $300,000 worth of trouble.
That's a fine way to treat the Salzburg Festival.
Francis, will you do me a favor? Have him get lost.
Come on, so now let's deal them up. Sydney's going to shake hands with Tchaikovsky's Fifth again.
You two are not going to start playing that cockamamie game now.
Just a moment.
So how am I going to stand here in secret and play a game when everything else is going down the drain?
I will not have that sort of language used in the presence of my mother.
Your mother? Oh, you mean Stella?
I have had...
She probably learned it from the kids in the street.
I have had all sorts of managers, darling, and I have never allowed them to say an ugly word in the presence of my mother. And while we're on the subject of managers, darling, may I tell you that in all my years in the theater, you are the first one who has lacked the taste or manners to come back and thank me for my performance, good or bad.
Oh, is a producer supposed to come back and thank you for a bad performance? Thank you.
What was that?
Oh, listen, you hear well enough in terms of being discussed, Miss Hedda Cloud.
Look, whatever blame there is, come on. Can we just skip all this and get to work?
Tyler, did you hear that? Mother, you heard that, of course. Oh, little friend is judging acting now, not figure eights. Acting. Darling, don't open your mouth and show everybody what drink you come from.
Listen, Miss Livingston, I'll tell you what drink I come from. I've got $300 sunk in this jamboree, but that wouldn't stop me from closing it tonight, not tomorrow night.
Tyler, dear, did you hear what the little man said? We're closing tonight. Do you know what that means, dear? Now you can take me away to Dutch-Shooby with you, just like we've always planned. Oh, we'll lie in the blinds together, and we'll laugh at all those silly people getting ready to play matinee. Oh, Tyler, break a balloon with me. We're closing. Bang, bottom, Tyler. There's a brace of them, Tyler. Bang, oh, whoop. Come, Tyler, let's do Francis.
Shut up, all of you. Listen, we're going to stop talking about everything else and talk about nothing but this play. You hear me? Nothing but this play. Now, I'll talk to each one of you individually. And if anybody interrupts me, they can pick up their teeth out in the hall. Okay, Peter, you wrote it. What do you got to say?
I believe in this play. And I'll work like hell to fix it. All I need to know is that you still do.
The hell, what we believe in and what we don't believe in. I'm not going to get stuck with this, I can tell you that. I mean that, ladies and gentlemen. Before that white mark gives me the horse laugh, I'll laugh it up for them. I'll put in a row of girls. I'll bring in Olsen and Johnson. So let's stop horsing around with what we believe in and get down to cases. Okay, Irene, you're next. You got anything to say?
Plenty. But to start with, is there any reason why I should be wearing a smart afternoon outfit instead of those rags Mr. Fitzgerald has me in? Second, is there any reason why that I have to have...
Excuse me. I am not interrupting. I am merely telling you that the first scene of this play is the ruins of Radio City, and the bomb has just fallen 1 hour before.
What of it? She might have just been coming out of the store club and been caught in the crowd. All they saw tonight was a mob of 300 extras brooding and dying on top of me. It was 20 minutes before they knew I was on stage at all.
What do you want to do, dear? Rush on in a smart afternoon dress to the ruins of Radio City and say, is anything the matter? Talk sense, dear.
Sense? Oh, sense!
Wait, everybody, please. I know you're all disappointed and upset, What?
We know, dear.
I had to learn what you can give an audience and what you can't.
We did too.
Look, I'm trying. Let me speak. There are things that I can do that will help this play. When they laughed, they were right. I was being pompous, and they saw right through me. But I can say the same thing and make it simpler and more honest. I know I can.
Listen, Jack, simplicity and honesty, we got enough of in this play. What we need is some laughs and a little schmuck.
Laughs?
Yeah, laughs. What's the matter with laughs? To hell with telling them a story. Let's give them a show.
Look, all this play has got, the thing that made you want to do it, to work the way you all did is what it had to say. If you try to change that to something else, we'll be left with nothing.
As against what we have now, of course.
That's all we've got. Believe me. That's what made you want to do the play. That's what made me want to write it. Good or bad, don't turn on it now. We haven't got a chance.
The only chance we got is to forget why we ever did this play. God alone knows why you wrote it, Peter. Listen, and I don't want to have any more arguments between you two and extras about clothes and costumes and so forth. Now let's put the cover on the ash can with this thing, and if we need any two big 25 cents or two big pieces of poetry and beauty, you'll be around and we can give it to you. Shut up! I'm doing the talking. If you can't talk back, shut up! I'm talking. I'm talking back. Will someone get that damn talking right from here?
Are you by any chance referring to JJ, dear?
I'll change it. I'm referring to both you vultures. You and that talking bird. And I want them both of you out of here. As a matter of fact, I want everybody out of here, except the author, the star, and the director of this sterling Silvish McGavey. And that includes you too, Mrs. Big Brain. And you also, John Q. Public. I want you all out of here. And if you have any reason or any ways to help this play, send them up with the parrot. In the meantime, everybody scatter.
Tyler, dear, would you fetch that nice mystery book you brought up with you? We're going to bed, dear. No need for anyone to scatter, whatever that communist term means. We're going to bed.
Oh, no. You're not going to bed now.
Be careful, darling. Oh, do be careful. You've insulted my husband, my dear mother, and made cruel remarks about an innocent bird and a family pet for years.
A bird, by the way, that has seen more hits than you'll ever see, Mr. Black.
Will you shut up, mother?
Don't tell me to shut up, Irene.
My dear, I can't seem to find that book anymore.
Oh, we'll come to bed anyway, dear. That will be mystery enough. Oh, and darling, here is Deuce's necklace. Hang it around your neck, more worthy than mine. Hang it around your whitesmith, dear. If it doesn't fit, I know a number of people who would be glad to tighten it.
Mr. Livingston, either makes a public apology to my wife, Mr. Black, or I do not appear at another rehearsal. Lawyers hitched to horses couldn't drag me to another rehearsal of this show until that woman apologizes for insulting one of our leading actors.
Leading actors? Who counted the votes, dear? You?
That's two apologies I want, Mr. Black.
Mother, will you kindly shut up?
Don't keep telling me to shut up, Irene. That trust fund's in my name, so watch your language.
Oh, Tyler, take me away. Take me away and give me a child. A child won't turn on me, at least till it's over. Let me have a few good years. I need them. I deserve them. All my life. I've worked. I've slaved. For what? For this? To have everybody torture me. To have my own mother turn on me. Oh, it's the last straw. Let us have children. I know what I have been beaten.
The spirits of ammonia are in the medicine chest. The hot water bag is in the closet. And you can get ice from room service for the cold compressed time. Anybody else want to tell me to shut up?
Someday, I'm going to put my foot down. Someday, I'm going to get on a Harvard. Mother!
Okay, Pops. You want to fight, huh? Come on. Imagine you want to fight. This is just a warm-up, Daddy. The pre-race. This is big brain, huh? That's why I'm still on ice skates, huh? All right, come on out of your corner. Let's see your fancy footwork in the main event. Come on.
Listen, Francis, I've got a lot on my mind right now. I'll talk to you later, huh?
Yeah, Lady Pie, you better have me on your mind, or I close in Boston, too.
Excuse me. I have something I'd like to say to Mr. Black.
Well, don't take too long, folks, because I'll be waiting here for a half hour.
Since I have no intention of ever speaking to anyone connected with the show again for the rest of my life, I should say that I intend to say, Mr. Black, I think you stink.
Isn't he cute, Daddy? He thinks you only stink.
Listen, Francis, I'm warning you. Don't tangle with me. Now listen, I'm going to take a walk. I may walk all night. Give me the room key.
You don't need a room key. The door will be wide open and the furniture pushed aside, so you just come out fighting. Francis, save me the flowers and the balloons, honey, because I may have to open up a stand and shoot it out. And I'm going to need some merchandise. Flowers, balloons. My husband just produced an allegory. Poor old Broadway Francis. Flowers, balloons.
When I decide what to do with this $300,000 worth of sheep dip, I'll let you know.
When he decides, if I know my daughter, Mrs. Sloan, she's getting laryngitis right now. Stick around, Mrs. Sloan. And you'll hear coughing coming from that bedroom that'll make Camille sound like she had hay fever. Don't go blaming yourself, Mrs. Sloan. It's not your fault. All kinds of nuts like this. But no one's fool enough to do it. I don't blame you for this one bit. Hello? Who? Peter? Yes. Just a moment. It's for you. The lady. You can take it here. I'm just going to put the cover over JJ. I'm taking my opening night Ovaltine to bed.
Helen. Hello, darling. I couldn't call you. I've been up here in Miss Livingston's room. Brace yourself, baby. It's a bust. A complete, absolute failure. Now, take it easy. You have to believe it. It's true. No, not any of it. I didn't even stay to see the third act. They started to laugh. I couldn't take it. No, Helen, please. No, I don't want you to come up. I don't want you to see it. It's just too painful. I didn't know what it was like. It's awful, Helen. Naked personal exposure. To hell with it. So I can't write. Maybe it's better you get it this way and just stop feeling yourself. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. It won't seem so bad tomorrow. Sure, I'll call you. Every day. It helps. Oh, it helps right now. It sure would help to have you here, but I have to go through this part of it alone. Okay. I promise. As soon as I open my eyes in the morning. Good night, darling. Good night, baby.
But he's like a big fat guy is what he is. Anyway, he's got big fat ass and don't got a cigar in his mouth. Well, if you see him, you tell him, old Maxie's here, and he's looking for him. And old Maxie will be downstairs in the bar and wrecking the joint, you know? Hey, honey. Why don't you get rid of this stiff later and come join me downstairs, huh? Old Maxie. No offense, Don.
It's always so helpful to open a show with a convention talent. We missed you at the theater, Mrs. Sloan.
I wasn't there after the second half.
I know, but you must have been going through.
No, you don't. Can't imagine.
Yes, I can. I've had my nights in the back of the theater. Your play was a lot better than it looked tonight, Mrs. Sloan. A lot of it was very touching and very true.
They laughed. They walked out on it.
Rocky, why don't you start a move?
It's the work you do on the play from now on, Peter, that's going to make all the difference between success and failure.
Is it? Well, I'm not going to do any more work on this play, Mr. Carter.
Why not?
You weren't up here just now. You don't know what happened up here. You don't know what they were all like.
Oh, I'm sure they behaved bad. They're all friends. But why should it surprise you so that this too should be taught?
Why? Surprising the hell out of me, Mr. Turner. Because a lot of things that I felt were true. Things that I believed in pretty deeply, or I couldn't have written that play at all. Just plain childish.
Not to me, they weren't. It was wonderful to hear that kind of talk in the theater again.
What? Well, I'm embarrassed now by all that wide-eyed idealism. I couldn't go back and work on that play now. I'd die laughing.
Now, wait a minute, Peter. You're too close to something really good.
Look, nice of you to care about what happens to me or my play. And I'm not being ungrateful, believe me. But I'm looking out on a lot more than just this play. I'm looking out on a lot of my own half-baked ideas that make me want to laugh now. Just the way that audience did. Sidney Black showed me this was the score.
My first play opened as a town theater 22 years ago. And I think if someone had said to me, choose between having this play a success and losing your right arm, I'd have cheerfully given up my right arm. Well, it wasn't a success. And afterward, right in this hotel, I went through just what you did tonight. I had my own Sydney, Irene, and Colin. And I felt just the way you do now. But I stayed. It wasn't easy, but I stayed. Why? Because I felt I had something to say, and I wasn't going to let anybody or anything stop me from saying it. And if you walk out that door now, Peter, there's a good chance you may never write another line. I mean that. A young writer like yourself sometimes stands on the brink. It can go either way, or all push it. You never come back.
I was kicked over the edge a half hour ago, Mr. Turner. I don't want to come back. I was willing to work my head off. I've had 10 times more stake than they have. I grow. I get married. We've been waiting 2 years for this. I just heard her on the phone trying not to cry because she knows what this meant for both of us. This isn't easy for me to walk out of, Mr. Turner. But I'm going to. The only thing I've got left now is going with the story. At least I learned that time. I'm going to hang on to it. So don't fall for that fine talk to her on stage tonight, Mr. Turner. I really, I tell you, it's fake. The thunder was fake. The stage can't make that. And those fine, very big words are as hollow as the people who spoke them. Operator, get the airport. Airport? What's the next plane out? New York? No, I can't make that. What's the next? 4:30? Fine. One seat, Peter Sloan. American Airlines? Thanks. Thank you, Mr. Turner. Thank you very much. I only hope you can forgive what doesn't seem like my silliness and downright stubbornness. I don't expect you to understand it. I only know that for me it's right. Anyway, thanks. I'll leave a note to Sydney. There's no use writing 3 notes all saying the same thing. Is there anything else I did, Mr. Turner?
No. Not unless you'd like to make one final bow to an old tradition of the Drama Guild.
What's that?
Always at about 3 o'clock on the night of out-of-town opening, we find ourselves at trials having griddle cakes. Don't ask me why. Perhaps it's a playwright's splendid gesture of defiance to the audience, critics, and the general health of the company. Because those griddle cakes stay right here. You know them with every bite. You're a good at 2 minutes old. Well, you're practically an honorary member of this night. By the way, I'd like to know that name Sydney for you myself. Show it.
I could be right here when you do this, now.
Certainly. Yes, sir. I'll deliver that note personally. Delicious last night. Oh, how I've earned it. Come on, dear. I've already started the butter.
All right, dear. I'll call Dr. Shoulders and you go back to bed. Oh, those goons, I'm telling you. Oh, those goons. Get away from that door. Don't be funny someplace else.
I'll handle these ruffians. Now look here, you fellas.
Oh, Tyler! Tyler! Tyler, come! All this rain. It's very cold.
I've been hit by a shrike.
Do you think when your wife very ill, you could refrain from vicious street brawls?
I just took a walk. And it's very cold outside. But I came to a very cold decision. This show is going to open in New York as per schedule. I'm in so deep now, 2,000 more or less isn't going to make any difference. The only thing I want out of this now is to see those next one reviews on you and Carl. Oh, you're coming through clear as a bell, but you're under contract to me, and you're going to roll.
You'll never get me to play tonight. You're lucky to play tomorrow night. Oh, my good. That's what I'm trying to do. Am I married to Mortimer Schnurr? Pneumonia. He's quiet of an oxygen tent where I can't hear any of you.
Miss Livingston.
You gotta pay someone to burn it. Regular union rates. And it's my impression that this scenery's gonna burn real slow.
Hey, Stella, don't rip me. My stomach just turned over.
I'm just telling you. You might as well know it.
Yeah, and I'll tell Sid. I'll tell him nice and slow. For the next 2 years. Okay, Stella, what happens with the costumes?
Well, in an ordinary show, costume that costs $200, they buy back for about $2. But this is an allegory to me. The costumes in this show mostly wear. The survivors of the world are running around in, right?
So in other words, I'll get about $1 a piece back on.
Why would you think so? What are they going to do with it? Can't even cover chairs.
They'll leave them there either. Rot them away, burn them up. Union rates, pray for a windy day on the city dump so everything burns faster. Can I ask you something, Stella? Does everybody know that quick money switch like old arrows?
Well, a backer usually gets some sort of souvenir for his donuts. Say he puts up $50,000. He gets a lamp to take home. Or his wife gets a compliment. But you're dealing with an allegory. You see, you have a place in your home for the mountain of Washington, Lincoln, and Jefferson carved on it. Or the rain effects.
Yeah. Sydney's bedroom. She'd wake up in the morning and look at it, and it should rain on his head. Okay, so what you're actually telling me, Stella, is going to cost me more money to close this show.
Sure. It would be swell if you could stick up a sign saying, "Gone to lunch." Or if not called for in 30 days, forget it.
I can't wait to bump into Irving Berlin. There's no business like show business. Come on, Stella. Deal them up. I gotta win some of my bill back.
But I'm running too lucky. How did you and Sydney warm up? Was it much of a fight?
We don't fight, Stella. No, I know what it is. It wasn't even a minor. And he's a great guy. He just heard him. Stepped out of his class, and he just won't admit it. That's why he keeps hollering. Come in. On your way, buddy, on your way.
Please, ladies, please, give me just a moment. I know how you must feel about Shriners.
Oh, no, you don't.
Please, ladies, you can see I'm perfectly sober. This is Miss Livingston's room, isn't it?
What of it?
I've come to apologize to her. To apologize to her on behalf of all Shriners, especially those who were in the theater tonight. I was ashamed. Ashamed of being a Shriner myself. That beautiful play.
Huh?
The most beautiful play I ever saw, and they damn near ruined it. I got bored and out of the theater myself, and I would have got the rest out except, I just didn't want to miss anything. What a message. What a message in that play. Everybody should be made to go and see what that play has to say to all of us.
What does it say?
I don't know. But it was beautiful. I was all choked up half the time. Say, haven't I seen you on stage or somewhere before?
Yeah, Kate, and I don't ever intend to get off again.
Of course! You're Francis Black! Wait till I tell Millie I met Francis Black! Are you connected to the show? I just can't tell you the thrill this is to be in Miss Livingston's room like this. I just can't tell you. You people don't know what a boot it is for people like my wife or myself to get a real smell of the theater.
You got plenty of that, all right. Too bad we can't bother you.
Stella, you're saying, what was your name, Mr. Mister?
Gallagher, William H. Gallagher.
smell of the theater.
Chanel number 5. That's what it is. Chanel number 5.
Hello, Sydney. It's me. Can you come up here for a minute, Daddy? I would like you to meet somebody. Mr. William H. Gallagher from Elkhart, Indiana. No, I'm not, Daddy. And he is very interested in the theater. He would like to get in the worst way. Would you please come up? I told him you might give him a chance to come in. Come on up, please. He was asleep and he didn't understand too well.
Shouldn't have bothered him. I could speak to him tomorrow.
No bother.
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I. Oh, that this too solid flesh could melt. Hamlet.
Oh, you must have been wonderful.
Oh, just Hamlet. But tell me, just what kind of a play was this tonight? I loved it, mind you, but wasn't it strange?
Oh, it was an allegory.
Oh, was it?
Ever see Life with Paul and Mr. Gallagher?
Oh, yes.
That was an allegory.
Oh.
Sure, Oklahoma, big allegory.
Say, listen, if this is some kind of a joke, I'm going to hit you both over the head with JJ.
Daddy, I would like you to meet Mr. William H. Gallagher from Elkhart, Indiana.
Mr. Black, what a privilege to meet the man who put on this show tonight. I'm telling you, what a message. And I'm so glad to hear that you agree with your wife about getting new people into the theater. New faces, new blood, new money. I can't tell you what a kick it is meeting you all. I'm just a big stage-struck businessman, Mr. Black.
Oh, yes, Mr. Gallagher. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Francis, did you get Mr. Gallagher a drink?
No, yes, I sure enjoyed that play tonight. And if you're going to do another one in the future, and you want to open that door a little bit, I hope you think about William H. Gallagher from Elkhart, Indiana. Just let me know the amount, and you'll get a check in the return mail. And I hope you do it real soon.
When I do another one? I thought you liked this place so much.
Oh, I wouldn't get in on this one.
Why not?
I wouldn't. I don't want to take advantage of you.
Oh, take advantage of me. Trap me. Take advantage of me. Who cares?
I wouldn't want to take advantage of you. I want to gamble.
Why do you want to gamble? What makes you such a sure thing?
Haven't you seen the morning papers?
No.
Take a look at them. They say it's terrific. They say it's great.
It would be inaccurate to call the time as now a good play or to suggest that the goings-on on the stage of the Colonial Theater last night were not often puzzling, dangerously grotesque, and at times downright irritating. This is supposed to be good, buddy. Well, crazy or something?
Keep reading. Go on.
Yet, in spite of its inadequate and its bewildering unwillingness to give or lend any more to the audience that shines through this play at its greatest moments, a kind of singing poetry, a lyric exaltation of hope that make it a stirring and exciting experience. Francis, we're awake. A rolling candle in the entire face of show business. That's what he's saying. A candy box full of bombs.
Keep reading, sugar. Keep cutting down my horses.
Ever so often in the theater.
On the record, Shakespeare and Chekhov turn its back on the classic tradition and both of you want that experience of stage show.
Live up to its
Never mind the no disturb, just get him. Hello, Paul? Stella.
We're not going duck shooting.
I may go with you, child, and shoot ducks for the rest of my life. It's pretty obvious I don't know the difference between a good play and a hole in the ground.
But Irene, I've already wired Abercrombie and Fitch.
Come in. Wait, darling, wait. Don't move, don't speak, just listen. Never in a long distinguished career has the sensitive directorial hand of Carlton Fitzgerald wrought such pure stage magic. Wait, darling, wait. Don't even breathe, just listen. A major share of the credit belongs to Carlton Fitzgerald, and along with it goes this critic, Uza, of unabashed admiration. There, darling, there, what you say to that?
I'm going to cry. Have I mentioned both notices? I'm only asking because I haven't read them yet.
To write off this play as a failure, even a daring and ambitious failure, would be a lasting pity. But we see in this venture the chance of breaking new ground, of making the unworkable work, of bringing a new author into the theater, of talent and distinction, and covering all of those concerns with glory. Mamma mia!
Oh, I must go Margaret. She's going to New Hampshire to open the farm. Oh. Great.
Wait, there's even more here. There's even more. It's about me. It's about me. It says Sidney Black deserves some sort of a special Academy Award for his wonderful courage and staggering lavishness for getting it on stage at all.
Light 'em up, Jack, because tonight's the night.
The more the maid. Just the dictionary exploding in our face, expecting us not to fall. Now, listen to this. Listen to this. To paraphrase Mr. Churchill, we see nothing ahead. The time is now but blood, sweat, toil, and tears. And with an extra round from Mr. Churchill, we'd like to remind the author, the director, and the actors that this could be their finest hour. Oh, that's how great we feel this could be.
Oh, my whole career is passing in front of my eyes. Like the time I fell through the trapdoor in Faust. Oh, you must sit down.
Bless you, darling. I'm so proud to know you. This is it, the last chapter of my book. I know it now. What else could it be? Sidney's kiss. And then the words. I was proud to know them. Yes, we must call Peter. He doesn't know yet. Oh, that dear young touching
Wait
child.
a minute, Irene. Should we decide him now? That boy's going to need all the rest he can get. All the reserve strength he's got. Who's going to write those words? Words to the pennies from heaven. You, me, Carlton? No, Peter. He's our blood, sweat, toil, and tears. Oh, my boy, you sleep well tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to be your mother, your wife, your domestic, your mistress. You want strawberries with extra heavy cream for breakfast? You got it. Put them in the sugar and pop them into your mouth one at a time. Listen, you know what they're going to do? We're going to mother him. We're going to father him. We're going to laugh with him. We're going to cry with him. We're going to buy him strange food. And if necessary, strange women if that's what he wants. We're going to cry with him, laugh with him, smoke with him, drink with him, run around naked with him if that's what he wants. Because listen, we're barely out at 50,000 feet and that parachute does not open without him. It's D-Day. So there's time to generalize now.
One for Velasco and one for Winter Baines. You're in a great tradition, Sidney Black.
Thank you, Carl.
And this is for you, Daddy. You're a cockeyed one.
He's more than that. He's a marvelous human being. He has a strength and an understanding that makes you want to give him your all. Oh, what a love. To have Sidney and Carlton at my side. Oh, my darling, I shall never do another play without you. Never. We must do everything together from now on. What else now? my comrades, always, two good companions, and I've got them, my darling. I've got them. Oh, please, can't we call Peter? Can't we start to work tonight? Now?
But all right. Rest, sleep, all that comes later. Okay, folks, synchronize your watch. It comes 10 days that they're going to shake Chauvin. Hello, operator. Put me through to Peter Sloan's room. If there's a do not disturb, bring him anyway. I'll take the responsibility. Huh? What did you say? Could you repeat that again, operator? Yeah. Okay. Checked out an hour ago. He's gone.
What?
What do you mean, checked out?
Daddy, are you sure the operator got his name right?
Where did he go? It's a mistake. It must be a mistake.
No, Irene, it's no mistake. He's gone.
But why?
I just got...
What happened?
I'm
Did somebody frighten
quick
him?
on my feet, that's all.
Oh, this is horrible.
Owen, were you with Peter? You know about this?
Yes.
Well, where is he?
We left him at the airport. Stayed to a celebrity plane in New York to pick up his girl. Good afternoon. He'll be in Wisconsin.
Oh, operator, get me the airport.
Is it
Yes,
true?
right away, quick.
Still, I'm funny. Sure, I wanted to stop at once.
How could he just leave here? Why didn't anyone try to stop him? Didn't he see the notices?
Yes. He read them at the airport.
They didn't seem to get anything at all. You must stop this, Sidney. Sidney, do something. Do
Just a
something.
minute, just a minute. Hello, let me have the manager. Manager's a friend of mine, owes me a favor. Remember when they were investigating the airlines last month? Hello. Oh, Walter, Sidney Black. Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, it's good to be in Boston. Say, Walter, remember what you told me at Union Station last summer? Well, I need it now. Yeah, listen, there's a guy going out on the 4:30 plane. His name's Peter Sloan. I need him back here now. How? I don't know. Throw him off the airplane or something like that. And bring him over here with one of your special deputies. I'm here at the Ritz. Thanks, Walter. Good. That squares us until the next time. Oh, you know why he left.
He left a note, Sidney. I believe it's for all of you.
How can a man just leave? I mean, isn't there a union or something?
Indeed, there is. I am the president of it.
What does it say, Daddy? His grandmother died?
No. Not that good an excuse. This letter was either written by a tired child or an excited drunk. He's crazy. This is a Sunday school sermon, an editorial for the Holy Rollers Gazette. Oh, and did you read this?
No, but I have a fairly good idea of what it says.
It's unbelievable. Accusing us of pettiness and selfishness. Why, I crawled on my belly to Sidney Black with this fight. What does this mean?
What is he talking about? Strange sincerities you call loyalties. Didn't I postpone my wife's plane? Didn't I weep with joy and humility at every rehearsal? What is he talking about?
What is he talking about? What do you mean? What does he mean or what is he talking about? What does a man in an asylum mean when he says, I'm a teapot? Call me. You answer him? What about a child that wakes up at night and says, I saw the boogeyman on his bed? Do you ration with him? This guy has just gone off his rocker. He goes berserk. 10 days. He couldn't wait 10,000 days. He goes berserk on opening night.
You think that's what it is, Sidney?
Think what else could it be?
It's lunacy. That's what it is. How lunacy.
You should have known it. You should have known he'd gone crazy.
Well, that makes it easier for all of you at any rate.
Easier? We're trapped like rats. How does that make it easy?
It's always easier to blame it on the author. Well, I'll never quite understand how Joyce and Archibald have lived united.
You're not suggesting he's right, are you, darling?
No, I think he should stay. I did my best to make him stay. I tried to explain in a quiet way the difference between you people and John Milligan. I didn't succeed.
Are you crazy? Are all authors crazy?
A little. No sane person could stand this for long. But slowness and crazy, Sidney, there's something touching and young and rather admirable about him. And I'm not even sure he was right.
Right? Right about what? What did we destroy? Him? His play? Just because a few snappy words were scattered around? We're just trying to save our necks and his too.
I made my bet with you a long time ago. I wanted to. Why, I even enjoy it now. But we're all forgetting what it's like to be young, sensitive, first. This was his first play. His baby. And you were its mother and father all rolled into one. Well, the baby was born, and it wasn't a very good child. So what the mom and pop do? They kick it in the head, step on it, and throw it out the window. What do you expect of the baby? Flowers?
Owen, you're unfair. You're bitterly unfair. We loved this thing. We knew what a chance it was.
Yes, and we blew it. That's right. We blew it, all of us. The only thing he didn't say was that we deserved him running out on us. Who cares whether he was crazy or anything? We deserved that kid running out on us. You know something, Owen, that makes this funny? This is the first time that I wasn't trying to be a big, smart operator to show the world what kind of a big guy I was. I was quietly putting my chips on something that always had me thought I could wonder and respect. Talent like Peter Sloan. And this is probably the first time all in my life that I ever did anything just for myself, just for my own inside, just to be a big man for myself, for me alone. Well, I blew it, so I guess I won't go around kidding myself anymore.
Daddy, you keep right on with what you're doing. You got my dough and your dough together, and I'll even have my jump in my ice skate.
Oh, shut up, Francis, will you? Hello? It's Peter. He's back. Oh, no. Wonderful. What is it, sir?
Winning, Daddy. See, I told you, Irene, if anybody could bring Peter back, but
Now, listen, I don't think we have too much chance with him. Why not just leave him to talk with the three of us, huh?
Gladly, Sidney. I'd like to see you and Robert E. Sherwood all mixed up together. Good luck. I hope you stay.
I'll deal them up inside, Grant. Guess this is the last round.
Now, listen, I'm warning you, Carlton and Irene. No tricks. I think the only chance we've got with this kid is to get down on our knees and beg. Now, remember what I said. No tricks.
In the room, Bob.
Well, Mr. Black, you're not only running show business, you're running the whole country as well.
Mr. Peter, I'm sorry about the cops, but we had to get you back here. We wanted to talk to you.
That's okay. I'm delighted to have the chance to see you face to face and tell you what I think of you.
Peter, we behave contemptibly. There's no excuse for it, darling.
Listen, Peter, we don't expect you to forgive or forget. We just want to be able to work it out with you, make this thing live.
I read the notices too. Now you're willing to do anything, aren't you? Well, I'm not. There are things more important to me than having a head.
What thing?
Principles for one thing. Decency for another.
Listen, we got principles. We're just trying to do the best we can in the toughest job in the world.
A cutthroat, hard-breaking business, Peter. Decency is a luxury we can't always afford, for we sometimes forget.
The cruelty of innocence, Peter. Well, you have no idea what people like Sidney and Irene and myself have had to do to get to where we are.
Oh, yes, I do. I saw you all go through it an hour ago. It was quite effective.
Hold! We disappointed you. We loved your play and then we turned on it. That's human, isn't it? You saw us at our best and our worst. But what about you? What about you? Was it all just words you wrote in the play? Or doesn't it stand up any better than ours did?
Irene, listen. It's over. We'll take our lumps like gentlemen. Peter, listen, the next time you judge us, don't judge us from way up there where you are. But judge us from down here where we're all around scrambling, trying to make a living. Oh, I don't blame you, and sometimes I might agree with you. You thought we were heroes, and we weren't exactly heroes. And you thought we were happy, and we weren't happy either. We're just all mixed up like everybody else. I just only wish you could have learned it from someone else. Well, good luck.
You don't fool me for a minute, did you? None of you do. You'll do anything, say anything, try anything to get what you want.
I, Sidney Black, return my rights to Peter Sloan's play. The time is now, and all rights whatsoever are returned to him. Sidney Black. But you walked out on yourself. You did even more so. Well, all right, now you got your play. Get on your play and get the hell out of here.
Now I've seen everything. This is the biggest switch of all.
Switch? What do you mean switch? Come on, get out of here.
Because I've got one for you. If I'm going to work and live in the theater and say what I want to say, it has to be with teaching. All kinds of people. Even people like you. So there'll be no laughing it up, no Oldsman Johnson, and nobody out of shenanigans from you or you. And especially you, you crazy bastard.
Peter Dunn, this is talk I like. I've never...
Watch out, all of you. I just graduated, and I have diploma slots all over me. So let's get to work.
All right, let's fix the play.
Oh, thank you, darling, thank you. Oh, you know I love this play. Oh, I would give my life. But I can't have 300 sweaty extras brooding and dying on top of me.
Irene, you stay in the place you're supposed to stay in instead of wandering
Can't you
all
let the
damn
woman
day.
finish your sentence?
Just a moment, Mr. Black. My contract says that you are not supposed to talk to me unless I allow it. And I have no intention of tearing that contract up. Well, I can even bar you from the theater.
Shut up!